But you yada yada over the best part.
Yeah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. You heard the theme music, which means we are back for another episode of the world's most dangerous podcast, the Yadda Yadda Podcast, episode 93. It's the kid joking, eh, ho?
Wait for the bomb. It's Black Hyphy, yo.
That's right, yo. Round of applause. There we go. We're still learning the buttons. We're still learning the buttons over here, man. Welcome back, brother. Good to have you.
How do you work this thing?
Yeah, what is this thing? He's back in the building!
I'm here.
Yes, sir. Who we got behind the camera?
Nelso, Sion.
Sion Nelson. All right, so before we get to everything that's going on right now in the world, let's just take it back to our world. How was Houston, brother?
Houston was great. I loved it. We went to see a Kehinde Wiley exhibit. It was heavy, some beautiful pieces, and, you know, I'm just proud to be changing the narratives of what it means to be a black man, you know. Being black is, you know, a spectrum. And there are more things than just our plight that define us, is what I learned in Houston in that exhibit. So
Message.
that's where we at.
That's beautiful.
But it's some shit.
We're still figuring it out.
It's some shit happening.
Hold on, before we get, did you pull up one time while you was in Houston?
I didn't pull up.
Did you see the DJ Screw shop?
No, I didn't.
You ain't do no hip hop shit out there, did you?
What the hell, man?
How dare you just enjoy yourself in Houston?
Hey, look, it was a surprise, one. I had no plans.
Did you know it was gonna be a surprise?
Yeah, I knew that there was a surprise happening. I didn't know where I was going.
Okay.
So I didn't make no plans, really.
Okay.
So I was along for the ride. I enjoyed it. Went to Galveston. It's dirty ass water. It's windy. But it
Horrible
was
day
beautiful.
weather-wise.
It was beautiful. I love Galveston and Texas.
Hell
so
yeah.
let's go. We got to go for a work trip or something.
Let's get it, man.
There's hella shit
LE
down
$ less. We coming, Dios.
That's crazy. Did you just shout out Les?
Yeah, I fuck with Les Heavy.
That's kind of random.
Really?
I respect it though.
Yeah, I got on. I ain't gonna lie. I got on to Les's music really heavy last year, and then I was like, okay, I really fuck with him because I always knew it was music, but I was never tapped in like that. And then last year, I decided to dive into it. I was like, oh, okay, you doing your thing.
Does it feel the same even though you're not in the Benz no more?
It still does. You know, I got the new whip, more space, more sunroofs, more windows. It's beautiful.
You gonna get some Dayton's on it?
Nah. Throw some rims on the RAV4.
Hey, get some Dayton's on that bitch.
Yeah. We upgraded. We got more space. It's actually great. I love the RAV4.
Or you can get some G4 Autos.
It is.
Or what's that shit? 4G Autos?
4G Auto.
I said G4 Autos.
What you think?
Some Pirellis.
I
Get
keep
some Pirellis
getting
on that bitch.
I keep getting cars that rappers notoriously make fun of in rap songs. So it's
Bro.
like in 300, I had a Honda. In 300 by Chief Keef, he says, I pull up in that Audi. You pull up in that Honda.
Bro.
And then there's the famous Kanye line, like, what you think I rap for? To push a fucking RAV4?
Yeah.
That's all I hear when I drive my
Hey,
car.
and that's why we do the podcast, so we can get Joe out of the RAV4.
It's all about upgrading.
You know,
The Benz wagon coming.
the G-Wagon coming.
Yeah.
That
We
bitch
gonna
is
have
beautiful.
a Sprinter with this logo on it.
It's going to be the write-off.
You,
The write-off.
it's going to be a tax write-off.
We-
Where
The
the
first
whole...
write-off.
When you see that bright-ass yellow Sprinter that say the Yadda Yadda on it,
Just
just
know,
know that we in your city.
we in your city.
The Yachtomobile.
We be in the city.
Yeah, wagon.
Yeah, that, when you honk, that's all you hear is, yeah.
It's gotta be like some aggressive New York nigga saying it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like somebody from Side Talk, he gotta
Yeah.
be doing
Sorry.
the Air Force.
Hey, yo, one time for the Knicks, man. One time for the Knicks. New York is back. Oh, you almost made me forget that. There's so much shit going on in the world.
How did I make you forget that?
Woo!
They win one series.
You ain't
in their
no
bag.
Knicks fan for
That's
real.
all, bro.
Hey, you know I am.
One series in their
It was
bag.
just a rough stretch for a
Who y'all
while.
got play now?
Playing the Pacers.
Easy
Y'all
money?
think it's
Easy money? I don't know. I like Halliburton.
Yeah, Halliburton.
Halliburton is a hooper. I'm not going to discredit him.
He got a white queen.
And you know we got yo.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, the only
Sion
one.
said his mama white. I said exactly.
Yo, but yeah, the Knicks. I'm not going to discredit the Pacers, man. We have a history with the Pacers. You know, it's going to be a nice little rivalry battle out. You know, Jalen Brunson. I apologize, my good
Dog.
brother. I apologize.
You was talking crazy.
I was talking
about your
crazy
man?
when we first signed up to that deal. I was like, bro, that's too much money. We overpaying another player. It's not going to work out. I was totally wrong. Jalen Brunson's that guy. He's up there. They said he's the last player to put up like 40 points in consecutive certain amount of games since Michael Jordan, which is insane.
It's a damn LeBron
And
stat.
beating the Nuggets. Hey,
Yeah, that's for the culture.
that man and Edwards just dog walked your team.
Yeah, he
That,
did.
Yeah, that game 4 was crazy.
Everybody hates the Suns, though. We knew that.
I thought we hate them because we thought y'all be really good.
Since when?
Since y'all got KD, that's not a getting
Y'all
KD is
hated
not a
us
small
way
feat.
before then, bro. If Devin
We
Booker
got to
was
root for the Knicks, though.
hey,
Yeah,
if
Knicks are
Devin
culture.
Booker was the
Alec
same,
Burks on the Knicks.
Alec Burks.
I'm rooting for.
Shout out to the View.
Who am I rooting for? I don't know. I'm rooting for the Celtics. I think it's now or never for
Ew,
them.
we need to get a boo button.
Oh, you think they're going to have to ship somebody
I
out?
like Jason Tatum. That's what.
Jason Tatum is a hooper.
Yeah.
I'll give him
And
that.
he's from Missouri, so I gotta
Yeah,
fuck
he's from
with
the
that.
Lou.
Hey, listen, dog. That's the only person from the Lou I'm not claiming.
What?
That's the only person from the Lou I'm not claiming.
Can somebody from an area that's not?
Yeah,
from
you
that
can't
area
even do
claim
that. You don't
area?
even have a clearance, bro.
I'm from Missouri. We can do that.
Hey, imagine how many New Yorkers claim you.
That'd be wild.
Just saying.
He ain't never been.
Yo, I just learned that Joel Embiid has like Bell palsy in his left side of his face.
Really.
What does that
Yeah,
mean?
like his face is like is it like numb? I
Yeah.
believe like half his left side of his face is just like numb. He can't move it. Yeah.
Oh, ain't that what Justin Bieber got?
Yeah.
Mhm. And then Jim Ross from WWE, the announcer.
Yeah. He got a severe case.
He got
His
yeah,
shit
he got
don't move.
he got cerebral palsy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Well, hip hop fellas.
yeah. Woo, let's change the mood. How about Drake and Kendrick?
What a horrible segue.
Woo!
Hashtag pray
Not
for
our
Joel.
finest.
Joel Osteen. How about that actor, huh?
Oh my god. All right.
Funny, he was in a movie called AI. And my sixth sense telling me to off him.
Joe be referencing shit and be looking at niggas
Like,
Like,
do you get it?
hey, do you know Joel Osteen?
I'm here with you.
Haley Joel Osteen?
Hey, we actually drove past Joel Osteen Church. Hey,
That's
Joe,
crazy.
you fucked up for not letting them people in that big ass church, bro.
Nah, for real.
That's
Yeah,
kinda
we ain't
wild.
forget, dog. We ain't forget.
You supposed to be doing the Lord's work.
He doing Joel's work.
Faking.
He cashing in the Lord's work.
Faking, Joe.
Message.
But yeah, man. So, but brothers, family, guys.
So
whew,
much has happened, Joe.
there is a war outside that no man is safe from right now. So it is crazy, and it's moving really fast. I can't even get it up enough reaction videos.
We
up in
might be
time.
going too slow at this point.
Yeah, I think we're moving too slow. Like
Yeah.
by the time this drops, there might be 3 new songs out.
Yeah. Can
So-
we just do a timeline since we last potted?
Okay, so this is last. Oh my gosh.
What
Let's
is
do a
happening?
timeline.
Okay, so when we potted last episode,
Yes.
it was the weekend Drake dropped Taylor Made.
Yeah.
The AI track where he took AI Pac and AI Snoop and used it in a song to diss Kendrick Lamar even further. You know, like
Lame.
it was lame. We have no booze. We got to get one of those because we should boo that man.
Yeah.
On the count of 3, let's boo that man. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, fuck Drake.
Fuck AI too while we're here. But that's where we was at. We left with tailor-made AI freestyle. So up to that point, all we've gotten from Drake and Kendrick was the Like That verse from Kendrick, and then Drake dropped Push-Ups, and then dropped Tailor-Made a few days later. And at that time, I ain't gonna lie, I was panicking because I was like, "Where's Kendrick? Like, why
What
is
did we
Kendrick
do?
not doing nothing? Like, he's egging you on. Where you at? Say something." Because damn, pride's on the line now. Like, where are you at?
Reputation.
Yeah, like stand up, Kendrick, fight back. Because Drake fans were having a field day with that shit.
Do some push-ups, nigga.
Like, drop and give us 50. Do something, goddamn. Save us.
Save us, Kendrick.
Like, we're looking bad out here.
yeah.
And, you know, I always speculated, and I believe I said on the last pod, that I thought Drake was just overreacting because he was actually scared about what was going to come from Kendrick.
Overcompensating.
Overcompensating. That's
Yeah,
the word.
yeah.
Thank you. That's a great, yes. He was overcompensating for his fear. And that's why it felt like more of a desperation tactic that he was so active on the internet after he dropped push-ups.
Yeah.
And it's like he's just trying to get ahead of like whatever's about to happen to him.
Yeah. And then using people that are close to him to further that agenda. 16 days since. 17 more days since.
Yeah, doing a countdown,
Yeah.
like, Craig, where you at? Don't
Yeah.
run from it now.
Yeah.
And, you know, in a
When
way.
he took 21 days himself.
Yeah,
So-
he did. People look past that.
No
Yeah.
savage.
Yeah. Actually, it actually took Kendrick less time to respond than it took Drake to respond the first time.
Yeah.
And Drake was said, "Oh, the last one took me like an hour or 2
Yeah.
to record."
And the third time.
And the third time, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, he just dropped. No, I'm just
Yeah.
joking.
So, Yeah, so but that was where we were. We left off last pod with the tailor-made weekend, and then Euphoria came about 2 weeks later, I believe.
Was it 2 weeks?
It was this week. Euphoria dropped this week.
Wow.
Yeah. So this past Tuesday, what's the date right now, Andre?
God damn.
The 5th.
The 5th. It's May 5th right now. Hey,
It
Cinco de
feels so much longer.
It does. This all happened in 1 week.
Yes.
So
Kendrick dropped 5 days ago, Euphoria.
Yeah, so 5 days ago on May 5th, today, he dropped Euphoria.
Yep.
And that was the first track from Kendrick we got since his Like That verse.
Yep.
And goddamn, what a fucking song Euphoria was
To start it.
to start. Like, his first offering to the duel.
Yep.
I feel like that was the actual beginning of what we're witnessing now.
Yeah.
Because
the dismantling.
after listening to everything and then going back and listening to Like That, it was very playful.
It was.
just
Light.
it was just metaphors, you know.
Punchlines.
We know who you talking about,
Yeah,
but it wasn't personal.
it wasn't. But see, here's the thing. Here's what Drake fucked up, right? On Push Ups and Tailor Made, on both tracks, he name dropped Kendrick's wife, Whitney.
Yep.
I be with a bodyguard like Whitney. Then he doubled down on it with Tailor Made. And that's when I realized, like, Drake, I don't think he realized what he just did there because now he made it personal.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like he's repeating the same shit he did with Pusha T.
Yeah.
Because he also mentioned Pusha T's wife.
And then
Yeah.
he didn't learn from that either because it's like Drake likes to credit himself for being a battle rapper. But then he doesn't realize that when you get personal in battle rap, they will also get personal.
Yeah. It
And
works both ways.
Yeah, like it's a tit for tat.
Mhm.
Like we can keep it hip hop strictly, like I did on Like That, and have fun with this, or we can go deep and take it personal.
It's a seesaw.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let me get off this motherfucker and launch your ass up in the sky. It's a seesaw, bro. Do you remember when you like would be at the top and the nigga get off and
He
you
set your he set your ass up.
it's a seesaw.
God damn!
How dare
Come on,
you,
bro?
Like my ass. God damn. But yeah, man. See, in Euphoria was so crazy because it was just extremely layered, extremely deep. So it was
Yeah.
one of them, it was a song that you really need to listen to multiple times, and each time you listen to it, you catch something new,
Mm-hmm.
and you just saw like how deep it really went with this.
Was push-ups like that for you? Was it layered?
Nah, not to the extent that Euphoria is. Like Push Ups, I will say is a catchy song, and I do like it.
Okay.
Extremely catchy, and I thought it was good for what Drake needed to do in that moment.
Yes.
And that's why I felt Tailor Made was like an overkill.
Yes.
But Push Ups was a great jab
Tailor Made was an overkill in your
because it was just
opinion?
corny, like the concept execution.
I just did the Kim to it, and I just skimmed through it.
I see what you did there.
The first two Drake tracks, I didn't really listen to them like that.
Mm.
So
Oh, so that bar was from Family Matters.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Push Ups,
saying?
Push Up was good. I liked Push Ups.
It was cool.
It was a strong effort for Drake's first jab in the battle.
And that's really what got the Drakeophiles wet, really, because they were
Yeah.
like, "Look, he can diss him, and it's catchy."
Right? And he's short.
Yeah,
Like, all right, y'all. See, and
that's a hit record.
I'll never forgive Drake for doing that in rap battle, like making it seem like whoever has the catchiest song is the winner. Like that's never what it's been about.
It's like Kendrick's about to rap over some jazz. Y'all like that? He's like, "No, I'm gonna show you what I like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you what I like. Just give me 2 more days."
Just so we all get kind of perspective.
Yeah.
How do y'all view beefs and how it's supposed to happen? Let's kind of get a measure of what we're expecting. 'Cause
So-
I don't care about it being a great song.
Yeah.
Really. I'm here for disrespect.
Yeah.
And no, for real, and directness. Cause
Yeah.
like if it's beef,
Very
I don't
direct.
like you, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you in the worst way possible.
Yeah.
So like, fuck all that. It need to be a good song, shit.
Yeah, so how I judge when it comes to hip hop beef is like, you know, how disrespectful can it get? How witty can you be? How clever can you be? And, you know, it doesn't really have to be catchy. If it's catchy, that's even better because, you know,
It's a plus.
it fits the mood for anything. But that's not the main thing I judge it from. It's like, all right, how disrespectful was it? How witty and how clever were you? And
Yeah.
how creative did you get?
Yeah.
And that to me, like Euphoria is so crazy to me because it's so creative lyrically that every time you go back and listen to it, you find something new from the last time. And then you get to enjoy the song itself more because you keep hearing it more. And it's like, oh, by the 5th listen, you're like, this is actually a really good song.
Yeah.
Like Euphoria might be the best song out of all of this.
See, I don't know if I agree with that, but
So how do you judge hip hop beef? before
I
you do that?
think it is a criteria of directness, like Alex said, and then also wittiness, but unearthing things that we might have not known. So like,
Facts.
like
Truths.
changing the look of the person you're going after.
Mm-hmm.
And I think with Story of Adidon that happened. I think with Ether that happened. Fuck Jay-Z.
But I
you know
mean, what
I'm saying?
story did Ether unveil to us though?
That Jay-Z's a bitch. I don't know. Like he's.
Did we not know that prior?
I think. Like
I mean, I'm not calling Jay-Z a bitch, but is that like
was Ether how like close was that to Rockefeller breaking up?
That was actually like kind of in the middle, like before it was before the Black Album.
Okay.
So Hope just dropped the Blueprint.
So it's kind of like the peak of that, and
peak of the
really
rock
kind of
movement.
dismantled his
Momentum.
situation that happened there.
But see, here's the thing. Even though people said Nas won the war between Ether and Takeover, Hope was still very successful.
Yeah.
Like, like it didn't really hurt Hope's commercial status, but it definitely was like that little L above his head in terms of like his battle-tested career.
But people, especially in his camp, looked at him differently. I think that's effective.
I don't think they looked at him differently.
There's a difference. Like we can't equate success to whether if someone wins a rap beef or not.
Yeah.
Because it's not like necessarily about that. It's mainly this shit about respect at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, that's ultimately what this is about. Like your name and your pride and your respect.
and if you respect a snake or somebody's on some weird shit, that's for you to digest.
Yeah.
And you to figure that out.
Yeah.
But as far as like the rap beef go, that's very clear cut who won. You know?
Yeah.
Do y'all think the story of Adidon affected how people perceive Drake?
Yes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I think in that regard, Pusha T won.
It
Yeah.
definitely was a chink.
Yeah.
Like that was the first time we really seen Drake like be hit and affected by something.
It was kind of like Watergate, bro, because it was the first time when we're like, oh, Drake is hiding something from. He's such a vulnerable act and such a vulnerable, artist that. Oh shit, he was lying. He was lying about the sun. He was lying about this whole rollout and stuff like that. Kind of similar to like Watergate, where people like looked at Nixon like, oh shit, this is the first time a president is actively lying to the people. Like, so yes, I don't know.
See, I think story of Adidon really might have shifted people's perspectives on beefs because of that. Like the whole unveiling of a child type thing. Because if you listen to the story
You
of
are
Adidon,
hiding a
everything
child.
prior to that moment was stuff we already knew about Drake. Like, yeah, your dad's a deadbeat, your mom's lonely and has nobody to love her besides you, and you don't even love your mom.
We didn't see
Type
those
shit.
pics though.
No, we did.
blackface
Yes, yeah,
pics.
that was. Oh my
Yeah.
God, that was insane.
Yeah.
And that's looking even crazier now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
like,
was about to switch to Adidas.
That's why he signed to. He's still with Nike, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he went back to Nike after that. But I think that whole unveiling of like the pictures and the child have really changed people's perspective of what hip hop beef is supposed to be. Because when Euphoria dropped, one of the things I saw a lot of Drake fans saying is that he's not saying nothing new that we don't already know about Drake.
Yeah.
Which is actually insane because if a lot of people just call you a bitch, then I feel like that doesn't help your case a little bit at all. Because it's like the more people say it, the more true it has to be, right?
Yeah. In my opinion.
Yeah. It's not a good thing if more people just keep regurgitating these statements about you.
Yeah.
But honestly, if you listen to Euphoria, it's actually a lot deeper than just him calling him a bitch. He's just pretty much running a laps around Drake lyrically, conceptually, and just pretty much criticizing Drake's character as a person. And that's the thing I really like about Kendrick's angle is that Kendrick never once disrespected like Drake's kids.
Yeah.
He talked to them, but he criticized more so Drake for how he is as a parent to his kids.
Yeah.
Or his
But
son.
Drake did the opposite.
Yeah, Drake was like, "Oh, your son's not even yours. You beat your wife." Kendrick never did none of that.
And your son's mixed. Like he's not even like he's
You're
light-skinned.
mixed.
Yeah, and he said, "Don't let
You're mixed, Drake.
don't let your dad not being like a real father figure to you cause you to have identity crisis. You are a black
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
You're gonna grow up to be a black man, despite how you may feel."
Yeah. Even if it doesn't help you out.
Yeah,
Even if it doesn't help.
Dog, he really adopted Drake's son mid-verse.
He did the Piccolo Gohan.
Yo, and
Said, I will train you.
so
And the Z verse was better for it. You
Yeah.
know?
yeah, it was.
It's what they needed.
Yeah.
And then so that was on.
Oh, you
Tuesday.
talking about Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Like-
yes.
Like Euphoria is so good, dog. Like, and that was on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And that really, I'm glad he dropped it because that really woke people up to like, yes, Kendrick's not to be fucked with.
That's
Like,
what I
why did
woke
y'all
up
think
to.
this was a game?
Yeah.
Why did you think who the fuck they think they playing with?
I don't know.
Extortion my middle name soon as you jump off that plane, bitch. Like what? Who do you think you are talking to me like this? I'm Kendrick Lamar.
Joe gets possessed.
The whole coast on speed dial.
I believe you.
God damn. Like,
So let's go to 616 in LA.
all right, so Friday hits, right?
Yes. Doubles down.
Everybody's getting ready for the day.
For Drake. They're getting ready for Drake, mind you.
Are we?
Yes.
Yeah.
I told you
Because
the night before.
we're waiting on
no,
a rebuttal.
everyone knew that Drake was going to drop on Friday.
But
everyone did.
They said he was going to drop a hit. They didn't know if it was going to be a diss track yet. And then it came to find out that it was supposed to be a song Carmela Cabello was supposed to drop with Drake.
Wow.
But Drake didn't clear it because he didn't want to drop that right now.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't have been a good look.
Isn't that so ironic how you were talking about getting on a track with the Whites, doing a song for the Swifties, do a song with Maroon 5 and make it sound witty, right? And you're about to drop a song with what is her name? Cabela?
Carmela Cabello?
Whatever the fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, the Havana girl.
I love
yeah.
it. I love it. I love it. I love it. That bitch.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Nigga. Oh my God.
This is not the time for that.
Literally. It would have been a hit if he would have dissed Kendrick on that bitch. And yeah, little filler.
But see, here's the most point part about Euphoria, is that first half he's telling Drake like your superpowers are getting neutralized, like your tactics are getting distasteful because you're not as calculated as you think you are. Yeah. I know the moves you're about to play, fabricating lies on my family name because you heard Mr. Morale. Like he's telling Drake, I know what angle you're about to play.
Joe knows every lyric.
I mean, I botched him a little bit, but I'm paraphrasing. But that first half let him know.
He's doing his job. It's Media Joe.
That first half let Drake know personally, like, I know what you're about to say. And then 616 in L.A. drops Friday morning, right? And he further doubles down, like, hey, there is a mole in your crew. Have you ever thought about OVO working for me? Because they might work for me now. OVO might stand for Kendrick Lamar now. So you need to be careful because I know what you're about to do, and I'm warning you. You don't want to go there because I will take it further.
OVO, bro.
OVO.
That's what I was about to say. Like,
OVO.
he said OVO might stand for Kendrick Lamar, but then 2 days later he says, nah, y'all can have it back.
Yeah. But yeah, dog, like that shit. Like 616 in LA was him wasn't even a diss track to Drake. That was more so of a warning to Drake. Like, listen, you see this glove, right? You know what that means, right? This is your glove. Like, this is your glove.
This is you.
So if I have this picture of your glove, imagine what else I got.
Mm-hmm.
You have a leak in your mold, and they write next to you.
I thought that was his father's luggage.
I'm not sure how true that is.
Okay.
But the prescription bottles did have Drake's name on them.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like, I assume, like, that's got to be his stuff.
I don't know how true this is, but somebody said that, like, apparently that was Drake's dad's shit. And, like, it had gotten left somewhere. Like, Drake's dad has left his bag. And so somebody from K-Dot's crew had found that, and they were supposed to give all that shit back to Drake. And so somebody took a picture before giving it back to Drake. So that's how that whole picture, like, came about.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Wow.
It just gets juicier and juicier.
Pause.
We didn't even talk about all the no Diddy, no Drake. We didn't even talk about the triple, quadruple entendres
Of
with the 616.
Okay, so you want to break that down, right, for those who don't know.
Okay.
616 in,
Okay.
in
I'll
L.A.
pull up the stats.
The dates, June 16th is for Tupac's birthday.
Yeah, Tupac's birthday. Father's Day in Canada is 616. 616 in L.A. is a signature timestamp for Drake. Bible verse 616. This verse shows how dreadful the situation looks for those who experience the Lamb's judgment. Nicole Brown Simpson's funeral was June 16th, and Euphoria series produced by Drake premiered on June 16th.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Like, when I
That's
saw
what
that
he
shit,
That's what he wanted too.
when he,
How do Kendrick be doing that?
I don't know, bro.
It makes it kind of creepy when she just line up like that.
Yeah,
I was like, there's no way he had that much intention and thought behind that.
but he
He
did.
really could, because he is a fucking Pulitzer Prize winner. Y'all thought that was really just a whatever award. I'm not gonna let you live that down.
Yeah.
That is the writing award. Y'all called it a white people award and tried to discredit it. No, you see why he won that
y'all,
shit.
That y'all was discrediting the Pulitzer?
No,
No, not
no,
them,
no,
not
no,
them,
no,
not
no,
them.
no, no.
When I say y'all, I'm
Just
speaking to
y'all.
Twitter.
The,
Y'all.
Yeah,
the Dracophiles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We call them
Yeah.
Dracophiles now, man.
Joey Origami. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
We
just
gonna have to cut that
kidding.
out.
You said I'm kidding.
Nah, let's go. Let's go. Brandon. If you made it this far in the pod,
I'm naming off all my Drake friends.
Hey, all my homies that was like Drake fans, they like it's going too far now.
No.
Bring that ass right back here, boy.
Nah, you was asking where's Kendrick at when that Taylor made bullshit dropped. Where your man's at? Where your pedophile man's at?
Yeah. What was your boy's name? C-Dot?
Yeah. Don't put that on him.
No, ain't he a Drake stan?
Oh, he is.
Okay, all right, let's pull him to the limelight.
It's funny because when Euphoria dropped, he called me.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is hilarious. And he was just kind of wanted to get how I felt about it. And now, mind you, I was working all day because that shit dropped in the middle of a work day.
Yes.
So I didn't get to listen to it as much as I wanted to. But
Couldn't go home and make the post, nothing.
Nothing, man. So when I first heard it, I thought it was like, okay, this is a solid jab. And, I could see if somebody wanted to say it's tied up, 1-1, push-ups. Some people going to get push-ups the edge over Euphoria. Cool, I get that. I was with it. But by Sunday, I said, there's no way that y'all think this is even tied.
No.
Because Euphoria is just that crazy.
He's 3-2 up. I give him 3-2.
3-2?
Yeah.
What's the other two?
Okay, so the first one was push-ups.
You're giving him push-ups over Euphoria?
No. I'm giving him push-ups in terms of the timeline of things, how it played out. Because we got to go tit for tat. So it's a tie between push-ups and Euphoria.
It's a tie?
Yes, it's 1-1. Right
no,
there.
that's not a tie.
Yes,
Are
it
you
is.
saying it? So what round did Drake win over Kendrick?
If we're being fair, the tailor-made is better than the 616.
No, it's not.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
a lie.
Okay.
That's a lie.
Okay.
That's
All right.
You heard that first half of that song and said that still said Taylor Made's better than that?
So I don't let's flip it. If 616 came out before Euphoria, would it be as good as it is?
Yeah. It's
No,
still a
it
great
wouldn't,
song.
Joe. No,
What
it
do you?
wouldn't.
Why would that change anything for Euphoria?
Because
or
look,
616?
I'm gonna prove you wrong, right? You played every song in here that had to deal with the beef other than 616 in LA.
That's on Instagram.
So?
What's that got? So
It means you didn't even want to hear it.
We were playing songs off streaming services.
Okay, all right. But you went to YouTube for the other songs, right?
That was sound. Which ones?
Okay, all right.
Which ones?
So he didn't want to hear it? Yes.
That's not the weakest. That's the best written one. That first half is the best written verse out of the whole beef.
I would say it's the weakest song.
Yes, it's
but
weak.
Again, we talking about beef.
Yeah.
So he said what he needed to say on there.
Yeah.
So I still give it to Kendrick.
He said,
But
before
I'm
you
also-
ask
I'm
yourself
also
if you're not
biased.
alone, ask yourself what Mike would do.
That don't hit.
It does, dog. What do you mean that doesn't hit?
But I'm
Michael
I'm
Jackson,
for-
You Are Not Alone, written by
But I'm-
R. Kelly.
But I'm for Kendrick though.
No, I
for
know.
Kendrick.
I know.
But it just wasn't it. In
what?
my opinion. It just wasn't it.
He just wants to argue with you.
Yeah.
No, son.
It's for the plot. Anyway. And
No,
then-
fuck that. We staying in. No, 616 is way better than Taylor Made. We not. That's not flying. But you go ahead. Go ahead. Get your.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. And then the next one, Kendrick beats Drake with Family Matters versus Meet the Grams. That's a dub.
He beats Meet the Grams. Beat Family Matters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Not Like Us, or that's what it's
Yeah,
called,
They
right?
Not Like Us.
They Not Like I go back.
So
and
where's
forth in
Like
my
That
head.
fall in here?
Like
I
That-
think Like That is the
Prerequisite.
Yeah, it's the prelude.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't. You can't really compare it to anything.
It's
'cause-
the stare off.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the face off, and Kendrick is like, you a bitch.
Yeah. And then if we're throwing
In a nice
a
way.
0.5 in there, Drake did have that little interlude where he made
Oh,
fun
the
of
Buried
Kendrick.
Alive. Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
That was funny.
Yeah,
That was
so-
funny.
And he was doing the Kendrick
Pine box.
impersonation.
Hi, Max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's 3-2 Kendrick. If we're being fair, we got to be.
We're
fair.
not being fair. Fuck
You-
all that.
you have
Kendrick
your-
up 4-0.
No, he's not.
You
up
bitch
4-0.
ass Drake fans are losing.
He's
The
not up
guy's a
4-0.
pedophile. I get it.
He's not up 4-0.
That's your hero. That's your white boy.
He's
That's
not
y'all
up
white
4-0.
boy. Now, okay, so all right, we'll take it back for Friday. So 6:16 a.m. drops Friday morning.
Yes.
And then we hear that, from academics that Drake is gonna something's happening in the next hour. Stay on stream. This
Stay
is
on stream,
This is around
demon
like
emoji.
9:30, 9 o'clock, 9:30.
Yeah.
And so around 10:30, Drake drops Family Matters.
I'm out.
You got
out
First
on,
Fridays, ain't you?
Yeah, I'm in the crossroads. I'm at a Mexican restaurant eating quesadillas.
That sound fire.
Literally.
He was having a good
Drinking a
Friday.
Corona. Yeah, drinking Corona, some margaritas.
Boy, that man was kicking it.
Literally. Went to the dispensary. You said who just dropped? You said You said Drake just dropped?
Nah, the funniest thing is that Sion, the audio engineer of the pod, hit the group chat. He's like, yo, y'all, Drake just dropped.
Yeah.
And then by the time Andre got word, Andre hits the group chat with, Kendrick beats his wife?
Yeah.
And then Sion goes, yeah, shit's getting crazy. And I said, you have no idea.
And then
I
dropped
hit him
another
with
one.
I
That
hit him
was-
with the Kendrick Lamar Meet the Grams link. Like, yeah, bro, y'all a little behind now. Y'all a little behind by 5 minutes.
And by then, I was in line at King G's for the club. We had got to the front of the line, and I'm listening to Meet the Grams. I'm not even wanting to go into the club because I know it's like
You're not partying after that song.
I'm listening to Meet the Grams, staring at the bouncer. He's my homie, so I was like, whatever. And then I'm like, what even the fuck is going on? Like, I couldn't digest everything. It was just too crazy.
Yeah, did you go to that party after that?
What party?
The party you was at, or the club you was in?
Yeah, I went into King G's after that.
Okay,
So I was just shell shocked. I was
Yeah.
like, bro, this is, and nobody cared. They're like, bro, I don't want to talk about that.
Like,
And,
I can't be around people like that in those moments.
Literally.
It's like, I was like, no, somebody needs to talk to me about this. This
Yeah.
is insane. Like, he
is
called Drake.
important.
He called Drake a sex trafficker.
Yeah, we went outside to smoke, right? And then they're like, it's kind of frat bro-y here. I'm like, y'all want to go back to my place? Because I need to cook up that. I need to cook up that post. I need to cook up that post.
I need to
Yeah.
work right now.
I need to go home.
Andre called me. Send me some lyrics.
I was like, bro, I called Joe. I'm going to scream, but I called Joe. As soon as he answered the phone, I'm like, ah! And then my girlfriend's like, bro, shut the fuck up. Like,
You live in an apartment.
but it's like 10 p.m. on a fucking Friday, bro.
Yeah.
You need a dick. Like, my dog is barking too. Like, shut the fuck up.
Okay,
bro. Kendrick
so
just dropped.
let's take it to Family Matters first.
Yes.
Okay, because Family Matters only had like a 10-minute window to really have its moment.
Yeah.
So Family Matters drops. It has a video with it,
Yeah.
and
He crushes the van.
he crushes the van, which people pointed out that wasn't the actual, even the right kind of van.
It wasn't the same color either.
Yeah, so it wasn't even the same model from
Yeah.
what I heard. So it was just like, oh, you're trying to troll, but you couldn't get the exact car.
Yeah.
So that's just whatever.
But it was cool that he brought the van in Toronto.
Yeah.
Like, it's a cool
It's just
sentiment.
a good troll.
Yeah.
That's what Drake's been doing up to this point, is just trolling.
Yeah.
But your little memes is losing steam. They
Yeah.
figured you out.
Stay on top.
You know?
Stay on top.
I'm trying to let y'all know, man. Like, I'm telling y'all. Because the crazy thing is that if you listen to Euphoria, like I said, you could tell he was letting Drake know, I know your angle.
Yeah.
Like, it's predictable and it's distasteful. But you go ahead, because you
Yeah.
heard Mr. Morale.
Yeah.
Make up the lies on my family. Go ahead. I
Yeah.
dare you. And then 16 in L.A., it was like, you sure you want to do that? I know you dropping tonight. You sure you want to go this far?
Yeah.
Because, if we take it there, I'm going further.
Yeah.
Just a little push.
And that's something you don't wanna do.
Warnings, real warnings.
And then Family Matters drops. And then, of course,
3 songs in one.
he went Kendrick.
Yeah.
He pulled a Kendrick on Kendrick.
Yeah. I do.
I mean,
I
the
like
video's
the
cool.
video.
It's cool.
I like
but
it's not like nothing crazy, but it's nice that he shot a video for it.
Yeah.
it would feel better if it wasn't in a rap beef. Like if it was just another Drake song
Yeah.
where he was like kind of dissing and shit like that,
Just
it would
sneak
it would
dissing.
hit better.
It would hit better.
But-
and then they're like, damn, the van.
Yeah.
Because
like,
I thought
damn,
that
the
was
van?
actually, I thought that might have been like the van.
Yeah.
But I was like, there's no way they would just sell him that van.
But just get another van.
That's what he did.
You're Drake.
He did.
Paint it the right color. Get the right model. Like, go to the hood. Crush it in front of the hood.
Drake can't go to L.A. right now.
Okay. All right. Then have
That's
somebody else
you
do
want
it.
him to
You
go to
think Drake
Compton?
was in the truck driving the van? No. Have somebody else do it.
But,
The
but
fuck?
look
You're-
at all of the shit that he got to do for all of this.
But Yachty said he moved like the president. So move like the president, nigga. Move like Batman, nigga.
I don't know. It's gonna be he moving a little different now.
No, he is.
Cause all right, so let's talk Fame Matters first.
Yes.
So now, of course, Fame Matters drops, and the big diss that Drake throws at Kendrick Lamar. Just focus on Kendrick right now.
Yes.
The diss he throws is that I heard one of your kids might be day free. Actually, now I realize that's a callback from like They Not Like Us. That's a callback to that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just put that together.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
careful what you wish for, Drake. A minor.
We gonna get to that. We gonna get to that.
So he insinuates that Dave Free is actually the real father of Kendrick Lamar's son, and then he also accused Kendrick of beating his wife.
Yep.
But see, now here's the thing: in the beginning of Family Matters, he said, "You better have some receipts that we can read, otherwise that shit's fake tea."
Yeah.
And then Drake doesn't provide any proof of these accusations against Kendrick, and he shot a video for it. And I thought that would have been the perfect time for him to display
To present
the
some
receipts and the proof of these accusations, but he didn't do that.
Yeah.
And I think, Oh, that's Pharrell's ring.
Wait, the crown ring?
No. The one at the end he had on his necklace.
Oh, that's a Pharrell ring?
Yes, that's that big ass diamond ring he used to wear.
Okay.
And then, actually, I am
What
glad.
is his obsession with Pharrell, bro?
All right, so here's the thing, right?
What is his obsession?
I don't mind
It's just
Drake.
a flex. It's
Yeah.
a bunch of collectibles that Drake had. You seen like all the Michael Jackson dolls,
The glove.
like the glove and shit
He
like
wore
that.
the glove in the video, or he
It's
showed
just
it.
memorabilia, and it's like it's a cool flex because it was like $3 million to get all the
That jewelry.
Pharrell's chains and shit like that.
And those are legendary
but
pieces.
it don't really hold no relevance in this beef that
Yeah.
we're talking about,
But see,
or
he-
these allegations that's in front of you. So it's like
Isn't it ironic that this guy who's so obsessed at this point with black culture and being accepted that he's starting to create a museum of the relics of the culture that he so desperately wants to be a part of? It's like, what would Drake's relics be? If somebody were to buy his memorabilia, what would his stuff be?
Drake doesn't have no like classic pieces.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He doesn't have anything
Like,
that you can like pull from and be like, yes, this was Drake's at this point.
Yeah, like I guess remember that big ass. I don't even want to say because it sounds suspect, but that big ass letter chain he had during the More Life era. He wore it during the sneaking video with 21 Savage. It was like a big ass letter D that was like iced out.
Maybe
But that's all. That's the only.
Maybe
necklace-
the sky.
That's the only
Maybe
chain
a
I
baby
remember.
in the sky.
It's
head?
probably
I don't-
the sky.
Baby in the
sky is
I mean,
Drake's.
it would be like an owl chain or
Yeah,
some like
the owl.
OVO related.
But
But I can't think.
None
of
of it's
no-
like none of it's memorable. Like Kendrick's that little necklace that Kendrick had during Mr. Morale was fire.
the-
ASAP Rocky's always got fire
iced
jewelry.
out,
the crown, the thorn.
Thorns. Like Kanye's got his era jewelry.
Yeah, Kendrick has the van.
The van, yeah.
Yeah.
Like Drake does. Now that you brought that up, Drake doesn't have his own hip hop memorabilia that was like that will stand up there with Pharrell's jewelry, or
Yeah.
you
Or,
know, Kendrick's van,
or,
Kanye's clothes.
Kanye's clothes, Kanye's mask. during
Kanye's
the Yeezy
mask.
Era.
Drake
doesn't
doesn't
have
have
that.
any of those memorabilia moments. And
It's because he got to reach elsewhere for his shit.
His reference.
Like he needs
yeah.
a
His
muse,
references.
or he needs something to hide in or copy,
Mhm.
which is something like I've
For
kind of
self,
admired it, like a little bit, just being able to, do that. I'm just being honest.
Yeah, I
I've
want to
said
go
this
back
before
on
the
that though.
pod.
Are his muses for himself? Because like Kanye always has a muse. He had
Travis
Amber
Scott,
Rose, Travis
Ron
Scott,
Fest,
Kid
Talib
Cudi.
Kweli.
But
It doesn't
he took those
feel-
and made it.
It's more. It feels more trendy a lot of times.
Yeah.
Or like the case with the Look at Me, where he like stole that flow.
Yeah,
Mhm.
And
for KMT.
they called him out for it, and
Yeah.
it's like.
And see,
it's
after
trendy.
now that They Not Like Us dropped, he talked about, Kendrick talks about that whole last verse about him going to Atlanta and pretty much colonizing their talent and their sound and their music and
Yeah.
their style. And people from Atlanta were co-signing like, yeah, like we've been trying to say that for years. Like
Yeah.
Drake will come here, get somebody's swag, like I Love McConaughey's swag, take it,
Yeah.
and then shelf them
Yeah,
after he signs them and gets what they need from them.
yeah. I will say this: once Euphoria dropped, I listened to it back to back to back, and during me listening to it, I went through all the Drake songs that are in my catalog, and like the songs I don't listen to, like all the fluff shit that like
Yeah.
would be on More Life, or I just went and just deleted everything. to
I can't
to
even
where I
have
only
this
have
on
like
my phone.
5 songs
Left from Drake.
like, each project.
And like they're all medley songs
Yeah.
too. It's like, I like when Drake sings. I don't like Drake when he acts up. Keep making me dance, waving my hands, and won't be no threats. Come on, bro. That man was talking to that man's soul.
But I didn't do it with Kendrick though. I kept all all the fluff for Kendrick though.
Yeah, because it's like I actually believe you.
Yeah.
I believe everything you're telling me.
It's like I like this fluff.
But I think we do need to get Pharrell's chains away from Drake at this point because I don't like how he's
And
just
the
holding
Pac
on to
ring.
it. Yeah, like it doesn't feel authentic to me. It's almost like he bought those to just flex on people that he hates, like Kendrick Lamar, Pusha
Yeah.
T. And he threw
That's-
shots at Pharrell just because he was with Pusha T
It's
on
like, I
Meltdown.
don't get it, bro.
And I'm glad Kendrick said something because why the fuck did we let Drake just get away with disrespecting Pharrell?
yeah,
Like who the fuck does Drake think he is to disrespect Pharrell like that?
yeah.
Like Pharrell's too
Pharrell probably
important.
dubbed him, bro. If we throwing out conspiracies, we at that point of the pod. Pharrell probably dubbed him early on in his career because
So-
he worked with Timbaland.
So you want to know this conspiracy?
Yeah, conspiracy about Drake versus Virginia.
Okay, so the conspiracy
The
is that it actually
Drake versus Virginia.
all the VA, Virginia
And then
Beach.
Virginia Williams.
Right.
That's called a callback.
Hey, Round of applause for that. Round of applause for that.
Look, we're the media guys.
Yeah, media.
We're the press.
Kansas City media. We are them.
We might be slow, but we do have proof.
Yeah, yeah, we got receipts. So the Pharrell and Drake thing actually goes way back past before Drake was even on the scene.
Yeah.
And it goes back to 2006-07.
Okay.
So around that time, Pharrell produced What Happened to That Boy for Birdman and Cash Money, which featured the clips. And, you know, at the time, Birdman wasn't paying anybody for anything. And there was rumors that he didn't pay Pharrell for that. And so that started some tension between Cash Money and Pharrell and Clips.
Yes.
And it wasn't until around 2007 when Lil Wayne was wearing Bape and all that, and so was the Clips and Pharrell, they were all on that too. And so during the interview, somebody asked Lil Wayne if he was inspired fashion-wise by the Clips because he wears a lot of Bape clothes.
What he say?
And he said,
Fuck the
He was
Clips.
like, what? Like, why would I be inspired by the Clips? Like, I'm Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Like, I'm on look at my tour bus.
Yeah.
They're not riding this tour bus. Like, why would I be inspired by them fashion-wise? Like,
So-
who are they?
So it started from the South Side.
Yeah. So after that, then Mr. Me Too came out.
Okay.
And they was always rumored that that was a shot at Lil Wayne because he was dressing like them.
I see.
And then that's kind of how the beef between Pusha T and Lil Wayne got started.
Okay.
And then Drake, once he blew up around Take Care, Dreams Money Can Buy drops.
Yeah.
And then that's where Drake kind of inherits that beef on behalf of Wayne. And
These
then that's
niggas
how,
ain't dying for you.
yeah, and so that's how Drake and Pusha T start
That
going
shit was
into it.
fucked
up.
And then
They keep throwing
Exodus,
Bible verses at this
Exodus
nigga.
23:1 drops, and then that's when it gets a little spooky.
Yeah.
And then that's when we really start to see the whole beef between Pusha T and Drake take off.
Yeah.
Was at that moment. But it really goes back to just like Birdman not paying Pharrell. And so that's why Pharrell has never produced a Drake track.
Y'all see how hard it is to break generational curses? You see that? You see the
You see the hoops motherfuckers got to go through?
Fucking
for real.
Birdman. Look, where's Wayne at in all this?
Like, Wayne probably doesn't even know this is happening.
Yeah.
Like Wayne's skateboarding
No,
somewhere.
Wayne definitely know this is happening. Somebody say,
Because
hey,
he knows Kendrick's
put
name.
your truck fit down. Put your board down.
Wayne, have you heard about Ross and Drake?
Drake needs your help.
What happened to him and Ross?
That would be the only way he can win this at this point. I think.
Wayne steps in?
Yeah.
That wouldn't even look good because it's like, oh, you need help. And if Kendrick pulled up with Pusha T on his first diss track, say Euphoria featured Pusha T, motherfuckers would clown Kendrick for that. Like, oh, you can't battle him yourself? You really need somebody else to jump your battles?
But the prelude started with a jump on.
Which one? Oh, like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it all started. So if Drake started with a double team back at that nigga head, it might have went a different way.
But you got to have Wayne. Wayne's got to want to get involved. And I
Yeah.
think Wayne's just so
He didn't even want to get involved with Birdman.
Yeah.
He let lawyers deal with that.
I think he's just happy. Like I'm starting giving him checks and shit now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just started eating again.
Leave me alone.
I'm starting to put out music again by myself. So
I
like,
can
All
skateboard. I'm good.
yeah, like I'm over here doing my thing.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne,
Yeah.
yeah, because that meant so much at the time when Drake was coming up. Like that Wayne stamp was legit.
Yeah.
But man, if Wayne don't want to get involved or like touch it, it just go to show you that it might be some real shit that like.
But now, granted, we haven't seen Wayne and Drake next to each other in quite some time.
Since the Wayne vs. Drake tour.
Yeah, and maybe a pop up here and there on a tour.
Yeah.
but not consistent. Like we don't see Wayne around Drake at all really these days.
Wayne don't be around nobody except for like
Little
2
Twist
Chainz.
and Little Twist.
Yeah.
Tech Nine.
Yeah.
But
2 Chainz.
so yeah, that's how
He was at WrestleMania.
he was Tech
Yeah.
Nine.
No, Lil Wayne brought out the Uso.
Oh, that's right. They
Uso
did a
brothers.
milli.
Yeah.
They did a milli. I forgot about that. That's shout out to Wayne for that too.
You only paid me for one verse.
Yeah.
I'm going to the crowd.
Shout out to Wayne.
You paid me for the verse and the chorus.
But yeah, we gotta get Pharrell's chains away from Drake.
I don't get all the memorabilia away from
Yeah,
Drake,
I don't like
man.
how he's using
Make
that.
your own memorabilia. Nigga.
Okay.
Shit, the Feds
So-
about to have that shit now.
Yeah. All right. So
how
let's
it
get.
seem like-
Speaking of Feds, let's get right to it, man.
Okay.
Like, so
We didn't break down Meet the Grams.
that's what we're about to get to right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So not even like 10 minutes after Family Matters drops and Drake ends Family Matters saying, "Hey, yo, I'm going on vacation. I'll see y'all later." And Kendrick Lamar said, "No, you're not."
Hold up.
He
We
pulled
got
that
some
dark side, pulled Superman by his cape, and said, "Nigga, get your ass
Like,
right back
hey,
here."
you ain't
That
going.
kryptonite ring.
You not going nowhere. So
I feel like that
apparently,
shit was already uploaded,
Nah.
and he just pressed the button. Like
that's what somebody
yeah,
said. Like,
Unlisted.
it was uploaded privately.
yeah.
And then it was like made public 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
So that shit was ready to go.
Yeah.
And that lets you know that he really has a mole in OVO crew. That's
Yeah.
very credible. And like he said in 616, one of them's right next to you. Two of them are tired of your lifestyle, but they don't have the audacity to tell you.
Bro,
That's how close they are.
bringing it back to that night, right? Drake and Drakeophiles that we're calling them now. They love to bring up stats. They love to bring up numbers. But we got screenshots and proof to prove everything that we're saying right now.
Well, let them know right now.
In the hour that Drake dropped Family Matters, it was sitting at 3-point-something thousand, 300K, right? In the 10 minutes after that Kendrick dropped Meet the Grams, it was at 1.3 million.
Yeah, Meet the Grams was running it up.
Cooking.
Cooking. And the crazy thing, I think a great chess move that kind of goes under the radar with that night is how polar opposite the songs were.
Yeah.
Like Drake was like, "Hey, we're partying, we're lit,
You
we're
dead.
turned, you dead, you beat
dead."
your wife, yeah, your son's not yours, you're dead," you know. And then Kendrick drops that.
Let me talk to your family real
Hey,
quick.
Adonis,
Yeah.
I'm sorry you have to be raised by a bitch.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the real beef shit that we want to hear.
Yeah.
He got
And
to it.
it's
He started writing letters to
Yeah.
niggas.
Your grandfather should have
Hey.
wore a condom.
Yeah. Hey, Sandra,
Man, hey Sandra, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry you had to do this. You just wanted to be loved by a man.
Yeah.
Like
Drake's got a daughter, apparently,
I believe it.
because he addressed a daughter.
that's
Yeah,
yeah,
real quick.
Yeah, and
So
he
that was like-
insinuated, and even insinuated there might be more kids that
Yeah.
Drake doesn't claim. Now, but see, that's the thing is a lot of people get hung up on the daughter part. Even Drake is, and Drake files are, and I'm not gonna let him get away with that.
Yeah.
Because that was not the main thing you should have took away from that song.
Yeah.
The second verse, when he starts talking about OVO has sex offenders on a monthly allowance,
Yeah.
like that's some shit you should really address.
And then triple down on it on Not Like Us.
yeah,
Why are these niggas on payroll? Called them out by name.
Hey, the album.
Baca,
got an active
Baca
album
got a
art.
weird
The album
case.
art.
So this is the thing. Do y'all know about Baca?
No. I know that Drake, that's Bach.
No, it's
shop,
not
not nice.
one of the songs that I deleted, by the way, but keep going.
So for those who may not be familiar, Baca Not Nice, who is one of the more notable OVO members
Yeah.
in the crew, was actually arrested around 2013-14 for trafficking charges, human trafficking charges.
Wow.
So it was assault and human trafficking charges, and it was a 22-year-old escort that he apparently like abused into like being a escort for
Yeah.
him and working for him. So he got hit with human trafficking charges.
Now, is this like United States charges?
No, I think this is Canada.
In Canada charges? Okay.
Yeah, and he went to trial for it, but I guess the girl like dipped town before they can go, so they ended up dropping the charges on him for the trafficking. But he still went to jail for a couple months for the assault. Yeah, he pled guilty to it. He pled guilty to assault
Oh shit.
Wow.
and human trafficking charges. So
Wow.
there is like that is referring to Baca, and that was always fascinating to me that people just kind of swept that under the rug with Drake because Drake is Drake. He's the biggest artist in the world, and Baca is one of the more notable members of the OVO crew. Who also
Multiple shout outs.
multiple has a hit song from
Yeah.
Drake.
Yeah. What is this song from Drake?
Live Up to My Name.
What is that? What is
He's
that
like,
on?
AKA,
Hey,
I'm not nice and
I live up to my name. I drink
Oh,
Henny when
okay.
I'm at the range.
Yep.
Even when I'm tipsy, I still got my aim. Something like that, yeah. That shit was crazy.
Okay, okay.
It was a nice little bop
Okay.
that Drake wrote for him because a reference leaked of Drake's
okay.
version later. But yeah, I always thought that was just fascinating that Drake just had like a sex trafficker, convicted sex trafficker that's casually around him.
Just right there.
And would shout him out and everything. And people never really dug up into that. But now that Kendrick mentioned it, like, yes, he does have sex offenders on OVO. Baca's one of them.
Yeah.
And then he said that you're using your house as like a trafficking for these victims and calling them tenders, which is what people will call like a young woman. Like she's a young tenderoni, Bobby Brown. type shit.
Tenderoni.
Yeah. And,
Fuck.
and then making videos of themselves to help further push the agenda. And Drake was,
Do the Drake leak.
yeah, and then Drake did the whole dick leak and yeah, the fact. Hey, yo, hold on. Back to Fame Matters. Why did he do that? Why did he shout that out?
Yeah.
Like, there's fuck a big three. It's just Big D and there's video proof. Like, that's not a bar.
It kind of
it's weird.
It kind of is, but it's sus. It's a sus bar because Drake.
Given the
he-
context, bro.
you know,
like,
yeah, and it's like that's. And then Kendrick says what he says immediately 10 minutes later. It just
But-
looks weird.
But that means that not only is that Drake, like that confirms that video is Drake, because for the longest time he didn't say nothing. It was just like it was up in the air. But it also solidifies what Kendrick's saying, that they're leaking videos to further their agenda. It's like, bro, this dude wants to be known as the big dick nigga that is over everybody, and he's this and that, and the girls love him, and but like ultimately he's alone in that video. Like it's a shell of a man that we're looking at right here.
And that's the one thing. That's the thing that Meet the Grams did that was so like scathing to Drake is that it never really, outside of attacking his dad for being a deadbeat as well.
Yeah.
Like
You raised a fucking deadbeat.
Yeah, like Kendrick didn't take disrespect like Sandra or Adonis or even like the hidden daughter. He talked to them like, "Hey, I care about you.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry that you have to go through this."
Yeah. He's Piccolo.
Yeah, and then he pretty much
he cares.
He told
Just trying to protect Earth.
he
He's trying to do the right thing.
he told us that like everything that you see, all the glitz and glamour from Drake's life is not real. Like he's a pill popping addict who is addicted to escorts and gambling.
Yeah.
Like he's not happy with himself.
Yeah.
He's not happy with his life decisions.
When he would promote all that shit, I remember when he first started like showing his gamblings and all
winnings.
that. I was just like, this is weird. And mind you, I don't really follow celebrities on social media. I try to like distance myself. I only want to interact with people that I know or seem to be normal people, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when he's like posting at stake, join me on stake or follow me on all, I'm like, nigga, rap. Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Why are you
like,
showing me your bettings?
Yeah, why are you showing me your losses and shit? Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care. And that just pushes more agendas that are detrimental to youth. Like, why are we pushing gambling? Why are we pushing parlays and shit?
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it.
That's kind of like where the culture is at. For so long, we praised Drake for the flexy shit, you know, and the braggadocious rap and things like that. Then shit got real. We had like a pandemic. Life got real. Yeah. So that's why when we get Mr. Morale, it's like a kind of a breath or like feels like something we need. Yeah. And it's cathartic.
For people who are open to it, though.
Yeah.
For people who are open to it.
True.
People
Not Drake
who are
fans.
still in that lifestyle that Morale is based off of, it almost feels like when niggas bring up certain addictions and you're like, damn, I kind of fuck with that shit too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're like,
hey, you should stop smoking weed a little bit.
Yeah.
It's making you lazy. Fuck
like,
you, mom. It's legal now.
It's like when niggas bring up porn, it's like, oh, I be liking porn too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to really look at that mirror. So, I don't know.
And it's just, it almost feels like Kendrick was finishing what Pusha T started by peeling back the layers of just like who Drake is as a person. Because by the time we get to the verse where he's talking to Aubrey, you could tell like Kendrick was so heartbroken. He's like, "Dear Aubrey, I know you thought I wanted to crash your party, but there's really not a hating bone in my body. Like, why did you have to go mention my family and discredit some decent people? Yeah. Like, why did you take it here? I thought we were having a friendly exhibition." Yeah. And of course, like most things, Drake took it too far.
Nigga took the gloves off.
Now we here, and now you disappointed me, and now I gotta tell you who you really are.
Finna do some surgery on you, nigga.
Yeah, like you
started dancing on that nigga.
Instead of raising your kids, you over in Turks popping perks and paying for escorts.
Literally.
Like, who are you?
We know some. Never mind. Never mind.
We're not gonna get into.
I think one of the scariest lines he had in Meet the Grams, he said, "Take off that mask. I want to see what's under them achievements." Like, that's a crazy bar, especially for somebody like Drake, who we know is like putting up a facade of like how happy and great his life is, when it's obviously that you're not happy because you're paying all these women to hang out with you. Yeah, you're using money to give people a reason to hang out with you and be around you instead of just like them wanting to be around you because you're you.
Where does Drake go on a personal tip from this? Like, does he double down and say, "Nigga, I love paying for bitches. I love being in Turks. I love."
Hold on. Before we get to that,
okay.
How do you think he addresses what he said in that second verse? Does he address it? Because he ignored it in that story. He just said, "Where's my daughter at? LOL. Yeah. Find her." Like, nah.
Find the women that are being trafficked.
Yeah. He said the thing about Meet the Grams, Kendrick said you should die so these women could live in their purpose or live for their purpose.
Wow.
Like, he said Drake should die at least three times.
It's getting real serious. For sure.
Yeah. And the thing is,
and if he is a pedo, like, go get that.
It's time to delete this. Time to delete the whole catalog.
Yeah. And for those who aren't familiar with like West Coast culture, in the West Coast, like, two things you can't just accuse somebody of is being a snitch and a pedophile without proof, because you can die over those accusations, and rightfully so, if you're making false accusations. So I don't believe it's in Kendrick's character to make these accusations if he doesn't have proof of him. And now, granted,
has seen it first.
We have a bunch of proof on the internet of Drake being weird with young women.
Hold on. There's keep going, keep talking. I got to pull up this tweet from 2009 that this nigga. You saw that shit?
Oh, from like Baby Girl or like
No.
It's amazing.
Just
All right.
keep talking. I'm gonna find it.
I don't think it's in Kendrick's character to just lie like this. I think Drake would lie about the day free and possible domestic violence because that's just where Drake's reputation is at right now.
Kind of hearsay.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't really give us no proof.
Nah.
Address none.
Here it is. On May 30th in 2009, nigga said, this is from Drake's official Twitter. He could have deleted it by now, but he didn't. He said, if amazing was a young bitch, I'd be going to jail because I'm fucking amazing. Quote me. Me.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, I said that. Me, who? That's who.
And then off of Poppy's home, Sierra Canyon's parking lot looking like Magic City parking lot.
That's insane.
What do you mean by that?
Because if you
nigga?
take,
Wow.
Yes.
if you didn't know Sierra Canyon was like a popular high school basketball program, you would thought like, why are you at a fucking high school?
He could have said Bronny got it like, like. But even then, it's like, why are you talking about a child?
It's still weird. It's still sexualizing like teenagers and stuff like that. He was dating Amari Bailey's mother at one point.
Yeah.
But still, it don't make
Rented
sense.
out the Dodger Stadium and shit.
Yeah.
But see, you should mention that.
Yeah.
So we don't know you're just at a high school like for the fuck of it. Or mention something about Bronny, LeBron, and Sarah Cannon. Like, do something that lets you know, like, I'm here to see Bronny.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, and when he said Bron keep the family away, because he said the embassy, unless y'all know the secret, the embassy's about to get raided.
Yeah.
Like, LeBron keep the family away. Curry keep the family away.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Because that really does sound like this is a real thing that's going to happen.
I mean, y'all see what's happening to Diddy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
all shit getting real just in general in hip hop, and all of the facts is just getting revealed just because we in the internet age and it's hard to keep information a secret now.
Mm-hmm.
There's no secrets.
Speaking of,
But some of this shit need to come to light though, especially if like someone that gets so much press and has so much influence around the world is doing all this creepy shit and just co-signing this creepy shit.
Yeah.
So if you do know somebody that's on some weird shit, you need to call that shit out.
yeah, because that's got to be
Or
dead
call
immediately.
somebody.
On a grand scale and on a micro scale. Call
Like-
out your homies.
Yeah, check
Pull
that
them to the
shit.
side and be like, nigga, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, don't pull up around me with an 18-year-old.
Bro,
Don't ever do that.
Bro,
Don't
don't follow
That'll be the
nobody.
last time you see me as a person.
Don't follow nobody that's not in your age range. Kansas City niggas.
Message.
Like, Meet the Grands was so terrifying that by the time it was over, I legit was scared. Like,
Yeah.
I did not feel
It was
right
ominous.
spiritually.
It definitely feels like niggas might die over this.
Yeah.
Or it might like it
Crash out.
Yeah.
Crash out over this.
And-
It's that kind of tension now.
It's at that point now. But him dropping They Not Like Us, not even 24 hours later,
he didn't even let it breathe.
and that's probably the best thing because that shit was so heavy. And because, people were already saying, like, well, there's no proof of him having a daughter, so that was just a lie. I like how he dropped They Not Like Us, didn't say shit about the daughter, but was like, well, you're still a pedophile, though. So, like, hey, They Not Like Us.
I did.
You did a little hey, They Not Like Us.
Say
Yo, OB ho.
Nah, I was
Say the
dancing. I had to
ovaries
leave the
cooked.
family function, run outside because they were already playing, Gladys Knight or whatever the fuck they wanted to hear. Old niggas. But I ran outside with my girl and we were like, bro,
OB
bro,
ho.
this is what they wanted.
OB ho.
This is what they wanted.
You trying to strike a chord, probably A minor. Freaky ass God, freaky ass man. 69,
certified pedophile.
6'9"
freaky ass
God,
nigga.
6'9" God. Yeah.
Ew.
Hey, Kendrick Lamar is a madman. He created a summer banger that's gonna have us dancing to Drake being a pedophile.
Hey,
Who would
More.
imagine?
more.
Who knew Kendrick? Listen, you know who knew? We did. You
What did
Drake
Drake
files.
say? Or what did what did
Y'all not
Kobe say?
tapped in. What's up?
What did Kobe say? More. How
More.
many records can my records break?
More
records.
Are you a different animal and the same beast?
Where does this beef go from here? Like where?
That's a
What's
good
next?
question because I feel like it's gonna start shit's just gonna start happening in real life. We just gonna start reading more news articles. It's gonna be less about like music and songs.
Twitter police?
Yeah, less of that shit. I'm not really sure where it can go from here because how do you address all these allegations and these things and all this proof?
I think Kendrick's goal at this point is to not allow Drake to address it and just further stamping on the allegations.
So you think Kendrick just gonna keep pressure?
I mean, there's rumors. There's rumors going around
So we about to get
from the West Coast that Kendrick might drop another one today
Some
on
more
May
shit.
5th today. So by
Day
the
of the
time
Dead, baby.
by the time we put this out, there might be another song already out. Because now that Kendrick has told Drake how much he has a distasteful view of Drake now because he's a pedophile or that he's accusing him of being a pedophile, Kendrick does not care about Drake's well-being no more. And so I think him making They Not Like Us, which is like specifically like a very California song,
Yeah.
and it's going to be a huge hit in Cali for the whole summer, is letting him know, like, you can't even come to Cali no more and enjoy yourself. He's going to be safe in Cali, I believe. Depends if Kendrick wants to let him be safe at this point. Yeah. But he's not going to enjoy himself like he used to.
Y'all think the beef could have went another way? Like, did it have to get like so like scathing, or could it have remained like just like a exhibition, like you were saying? Like,
Nah.
I don't think it could have stayed that way. Like,
I
it
think
was
it
always
coulda.
gonna go.
I just don't believe that Drake had an angle he could take creatively that would be able to outwit Kendrick in the lyricism battle. And I think that's why he had to get personal with the Whitney lines, and because those lines are the hardest lines that Drake has said in the battle so far. But even then, they weren't crazy. But that was the only way he could really just punish Kendrick.
I don't know if it could have happened any other way. Because if it do happen another way, I don't think it's like an actual beef that happens. I think they sit down and talk about it and come to some agreement behind closed doors. Because at first, my theory was kind of like, oh, this is just a play because country music is like, becoming the main genre or whatever. But then as it progressed, it was like, oh, this not no antics. This is
real.
Yeah, this
is a real hatred this man has for Drake.
So I don't think it could have went any other way, cause it wasn't gonna be no real beef. It would have just been the same shit that we been getting, and niggas wouldn't have cared. It would have been swept under the rug.
Where you at, Drake? Where you at?
Yeah, like it looks worse on Drake now.
I have no idea how to respond.
Yeah, like what can you say over a beat that's gonna dispel pedophilia accusations?
You can't just like defend that. Like once you start backpedaling, it's over.
He
Like,
got to get the crisis management team now.
Yeah.
Because it's like you already kind of been saying some weird shit, just like around it.
And you've already been moving
In
weird
response,
years
yeah,
prior.
bro. You still just
There's too much proof of you being very suspect in regards of what we're talking about.
yeah, and he just constantly responding in memes and shit like that. Just responding on the internet.
Oh yeah, they played. Yeah. So yeah. So after They Not Like Us dropped last night, May 4th, or is May 4th, right? Yeah, May 4th, and people were already playing it at clubs last night.
Already had
parties.
DJ mixes,
Already
starting
had
with
DJ
OV
mixes.
Ho.
Yeah. They're playing it at Parlor apparently. And the thing is, like, I've seen a few people tweet that wherever they were at with a DJ, like the DJ would play the Drake song, and people booed it.
They would start booing,
And they would start playing Kendrick, and people go crazy. Like
Yeah.
we are seeing a real shift happen in real time. And the thing
The
is,
people's champ.
if anybody else would have say the same thing, like, so let's say Rick Ross says all the things that Kendrick is saying to Drake, it wouldn't affect Drake
No.
to the magnitude that Kendrick Lamar is affecting him.
No.
Because
It's Mr. Morale.
yeah, like Kendrick
It's
is right
the
up
good
there.
guy.
It's arguably the best rapper in the game right now,
Yeah.
calling the next best rapper in the game a pedophile. It's gonna
Yeah.
It's gonna sting a little bit more. It's gonna mean a little bit more.
Yeah.
And Drake can't just hit his way out of it.
Yeah.
Like if you try to make your way out of it, it's gonna look even more sketchy.
But then, on the reverse of that, if he does the whole dark, brooding flip, right, of what Kendrick
Goes
has
heel.
been doing,
Yeah.
niggas would be like, nigga, get your own beat.
We don't believe
ain't you
you.
the hit maker? This ain't no hit. Da, da, da. So it's damned if you do, damned if you don't, bro.
That's the grounds that Drake made for himself.
Yeah.
He got to keep tap dancing.
Like, Drake
he
has-
got to keep doing the same things.
Keep making me dance. That's all you can do at this
Making me
point.
Dance, nigga.
Right? Shut the fuck up and entertain us, Drake.
He made the Not Like Us right after Family Matters.
Yeah.
Because the bars,
Like,
he's
Kendrick
like,
is moving that fast. And that
so
was
he
one of
just
the
built
things.
for this shit. Like,
That was one of the things that people had a critique against Kendrick over is like, Drake's battle tested. He can move at a fast pace, but can Kendrick craft out a song that fast?
Yeah.
We're seeing it happen in real time.
Yeah.
This makes the Pusha T beef look kind of just like sparring, I don't know, like a scrimmage.
See how battle tested you are.
Yeah,
I think Drake needs to he needs to come out with 2.
I mean,
He needs 2.
well, I don't know what he could say in a song that is gonna hit or be equally as damaging to Kendrick Lamar.
He has to respond. If he doesn't,
has to respond.
If he doesn't
but,
respond, then they gonna keep saying
But
fuck
see,
Drake in the club.
Family Matters.
That's what y'all wanted.
Family Matters showed me that he doesn't have a lot on Kendrick to say.
No.
Like outside of like you try to do the bad record
day
deal
free
split,
shit.
Yeah, day free. Why'd you move to New York?
Yeah,
right? Like, oh, you and your wife
The
are going,
divorce
you're not
shit.
married yet.
Yeah.
Abuse, which like abuse is a very serious thing.
Yeah.
But it's like you got to come with receipts.
Your son is light skinned.
Yeah, he was attacking him for being mixed while
his wife.
being mixed.
Yeah.
Or he attacking his
And see,
wife for
that's
being
the-
mixed.
That's the thing, man.
Like,
He
nigga, you're mixed.
Kendrick
Yeah,
has
bro,
never
it's weird.
disrespected Drake's family outside of his father.
Yeah.
And like early on in Drake's career, he would always talk about his strained relationship with his dad and how
Yeah.
they were just like now getting back right with each other.
Yeah.
And whatnot. So like, how did y'all feel about that line in Family Matters about you always rapping like you about to free the slaves?
It's horrible, bro. It's horrible. And the way that he frames it up, like, what is the exact bar? He says you're rapping like you're trying to get the slaves freed. Trying
to get the slaves freed.
not free the slaves. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
the semantics of it.
And I think using that,
Yeah, he's calling us slaves.
using that punchline after these accusations of you're moving like a white boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You telling your mom Rick Ross is racist.
Yeah.
Like you're saying this dude raps like he's trying to get the slaves freed.
Yeah.
And it doesn't fit the narrative that you're already being painted under right now.
And being called a white boy has a nice ring to it.
Like immediately later,
Yeah.
He's like embracing
his
that
white side now.
Yeah.
Because it's starting to benefit him more. Because like now he can move like an incel. Because
This nigga needs to drop a country record.
just go full white boy.
Yeah.
Like go full white boy.
Just
Y'all
like 6ix9ine. Just
y'all
go
try.
full
Well, y'all
Spanish.
try to crucify me last pod for that, calling him a white boy.
Hey, you know what he needs to do? This will this will put everything to bed right now. This nigga needs to drop a whole rap in Hebrew.
Yo,
That's the
son,
only way
he
he
about
wins. Yeah.
Never.
If Drake or fuck. We gotta cut it.
But
So are we witnessing the downfall of Drake?
hold on,
the
we didn't even
end of
address
Drake?
the best part of "They Not Like Us" yet.
What?
That last verse when he talks about he gives us the Atlanta history of Atlanta.
Yeah.
And about how
You
Drake
said, bear
is-
with me.
they used to build tracks like the
Break it down,
the
Joe.
colonizers would use the out of town the locals to build their train tracks
Yeah.
and make money off it.
Yeah.
He said you doing that in 2024. Like you're pretty much just like you go to Atlanta when you need a check balance, meaning you want a hot song for the clubs, you go to Future. You want to get your lingo right, you go to Lil Baby. You want street cred, 21 Savage. You want to be slime, hang out with Young Thug.
Yeah.
Like he's saying you're just benefiting and leeching off Atlanta culture like a colonizer.
Yeah.
You're not a colleague, you're a colonizer.
Yeah.
And since Drake wants to keep going with the white boy thing, it's making that punchline hit even harder. Because you
Yeah.
just said, I'm trying to rap like I'm trying to get the slaves freed.
Yeah.
You see
Okay,
the,
colonizer.
you see the power of proximity. So it's like Drake being around all these people gives him so much more credibility, and it makes the song so much better and so authentic. But now that the pressure is on Drake and that is pedophile like allegations tied up in it, it's kind of dangerous to be tied in with Drake.
Yeah, like he's
Yeah,
making
close
it
to that.
He's making it to where
We gonna
This
see
nigga's
who
radioactive.
Yeah, we gonna
Yeah.
see who jump ship now,
And-
and just what come forward.
Rick Ross is not making matters better for Drake.
My thing is like, bro, does he double down on his like
Daughter
degeneracy?
accusations?
No,
You
I'm saying
can't.
Drake. Does Drake double down on his degeneracy? Does he keep?
He has to.
He has to be vulnerable, and he has to be.
Does he have to
You
have?
can't
What if-
double. You can't double down on it.
What if
That's
he-
not something you double down?
What if he
like-
does the opposite? What if he does a 8 Mile and says,
We already,
I do
he already
like
did that with
whores.
Taylor Made. Remember that's what he used Tupac for. He used Tupac's voice in Taylor Made to tell Kendrick, hey man, use this angle. Talk about how he likes young girls. I heard it on the Joe Budden podcast. It has to be true. That'd be a gift from me.
But what about like? Yeah, man.
So like, he tried to go that angle, which is crazy to see. And then it's like, I wonder if when he did that with Taylor Made, if he knew where this was gonna go, regardless. Like that didn't help matters at all.
So
Yeah.
so then he has to be prepared for it. He has to have bars for that.
Yeah, and apparently he doesn't, because he didn't address none of that. But it's
He already had an opportunity to like address that.
he can address that right now in the song if he wants to.
He kind of
Put it in the caption,
point
nigga.
of addressing shit.
'Cause if-
you can't get ahead of it, shit is out.
Yeah.
So now he got to explain shit.
And you know how
Like,
bad
you,
it looks.
You can't double down. It makes you look you're guilty then, and then that's it. It's done.
It looks insane if you like trying to.
Have y'all heard when he explains his 48-hour or his 72-hour rule?
No.
Drake 72
Where-
hours.
Yeah, it's 72 hours where his mom told him to like debrief and basically remove yourself from the situation, zoom out, and if people are still talking about it within 3 days,
Oh, I remember that.
then it's relevant for your attention. But nigga,
Been,
wake up!
been a lot of days.
Wake up, Mr. Drake.
It should have been
Lot more
about
than
3 hours.
72 hours.
Hey,
yeah.
the minute that man said you were running a human sex trafficking ring in your crib in your house about to get raided, you should have said something immediately.
Certified pedophiles.
The fact that you only addressed the daughter accusation lets me know, like, yeah, bro, you're not thinking clearly.
Yeah.
The lawyers got to handle the rest of it.
Yeah.
Like, no, for real.
Defamation.
At a certain point, it's like, Drake, you just need to be quiet.
Yeah.
Like, if you a publicist or you his lawyer, you like, hey, maybe calm down a little bit, bro. 'cause
Let
it's
this die
starting to look-
down.
It's starting to look crazy, bro.
Hasn't posted anything. Both.
Good.
On
I don't
both
want to
sides.
see another fucking Instagram story, another stupid ass
Hey,
movie quote, movie
Jay Prince
clip.
trying to get it together. He trying to solve it.
Jay Prince ain't gonna save you either,
He thought
bitch ass
it
motherfucker.
was so clever using the 10 things I hate about you. He thought it was so clever to post a meme of himself.
Yeah,
it's
none
like
of that shit
nigga,
funny.
we want to hear bars.
Your memes are losing steam.
Bro.
Ain't worry, I don't give a fuck who's on your side, Dre. You could academics ain't gonna save you. Maul ain't gonna dance
Nigga,
on
you
you and
need
save
God.
you. None of your bitch ass OVO media members are gonna save you. Adam 22 is not gonna save you, Drake.
Vlad.
Vlad's not gonna save you. Axe not gonna save you. Maul's not gonna save you. Only you can save you.
You were saying that the streams was kind of weird for a little while.
Yeah.
When Family Matters came out and Meet the Grams came out. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if niggas definitely have like some shit going on
Some
behind
bots.
that shit.
Yeah.
So
Some
it's like
Yeah, like you're still trying to play the internet game,
Yeah.
and this is clearly not working. And
Nigga,
I had
COVID
a-
is over.
I had a tweet that I put out like a couple weeks ago. I was like, Drake's trying to meme his way out of this like it's 2016.
Yeah.
But it's not 2016. Like
No.
that shit's not gonna work.
No.
You gotta
and
change
this
your
nigga
tactics.
is serious. You trying to appeal to the world. You trying to make diss records for everybody. Nigga, this is a diss record for you.
Yeah.
For you.
He
from
called
the
you a
West Coast.
pedophile.
Yeah, from the West Coast.
He called you a freaky. And for those who don't know, getting called freaky and weirdo by a West Coast dude is like
It's-
you can die over that.
Yeah, it's like getting spit on.
Yeah.
It's like getting spit
Like
on.
if you go to LA and call somebody a weirdo or freaky,
Those are fighting words,
you,
nigga.
yeah, you could get stabbed.
Just like that one dude who jumped across the table at no jumper, nigga. What do you call me?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
hey, Party playing with his nose in the party.
Yeah.
Party
And-
next door just wanted to promote his album. He called it a Wild Stray.
But okay, so we're at
Sunday, May 5th, right now.
yes.
DJ Head, who is a very popular DJ on the West Coast, and Schoolboy Q
Yes.
have both hinted that something else may be dropping today from Kendrick Lamar. Now, and if you guys listen to They Not Like Us, he said, how many more do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5.
This is the best birthday month of my life.
Hey, Bob Andre.
This is the best birthday month of my life.
I like the energy your birthday month's getting started on.
Hey
bro.
man, I
Like,
love it.
this
That
shit
Gemini
lit.
shit, nigga.
I love it.
That Gemini shit. We ain't in Gemini era
Hey,
yet. but
Kanye changed, but still old school
I'm still
Gemini.
old school Gemini.
Let me
nigga.
jump in this bitch. Yeah, so honestly, do you think there's any such thing as an overkill in the beef?
No, put that nigga in the dirt.
I would.
When I heard the 16,
I mean, if
the
niggas are
616,
pedophiles, but
when I heard the 616, I thought it was overkill. I'm like, I'm going back to bed. But when I heard the Family Matters, I'm like, okay, all right. And then when I heard Meet the Grand, I'm like, all right, let's go. And then when I heard yesterday's shit, I was like, let's go. Yeah, my boy. Let me get